What's good, Commanders fans? Just want to make a quick video. Unfortunately, I was not able to go live tonight because I'm just under the weather tonight. Just, allergies, congestion, and whatnot. I've been doing a good job of staying not under the weather. I know you guys have seen I was like not or basically under the weather like every like once a week. So I've been doing a good job so far staying healthy. But I just want to get this video out to you guys since I'm not able to go live with you guys. I'm gonna definitely do my best to go live tomorrow night with you guys, just kind of going over the game and getting ready for next week against the Giants. But quick notes here: they did sign Amin Dankwah to the practice squad. They officially announced the signing of kicker Austin Seibert, but Amin Dankwah went to Howard University, and I always try to talk about the HBCU guys from the MEAC. Bobby Price, who they signed to the practice squad a couple weeks ago when they made the 53-man roster and practice squad announcements. They signed Bobby Price from a HBCU to the practice squad. Now, Amin Dankwah, 6'8", 362 pounds. He's a big fella, very tall. Like he can play basketball, 362 pounds, long arms. Basically a freak of nature out there. Played in 11 games, named all MEAC first team selection in 2022. Howard earned a share of the MEAC regular season championship, its first since 1993. Also, he was on the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad as well. And then he was released. They show a clip of him at Howard University's practice today after he was signed to the practice squad. I know Bobby Wagner is taking classes at Howard University as well, so there's somewhat of a connection there. From Ontario, Canada as well, but and he was at the Combine too. So he was invited to the Combine. He was at the Shrine Bowl as well. So he had a really good college career where he was invited to the Combine. Two-time first-team All-MEAC in 2022 and 2023. Started 31 of 43 games, started all 12 games at left tackle in 2023 as well. You look at his write-up, strengths are he's an enormous human being with arms like two big tree limbs. Upper and lower body movements are quicker than expected. Highly effective moving opponents off their spots on angle blocks. Active hands can keep defenders at the end of his punch. Creates wide net to corral edge attacks, keeping them in his clutches as well. So, I mean, he may not be elevated to the active roster this year. You got Brandon Coleman and Cornelius Lucas splitting snaps right now, and then Trent Scott is a backup swing tackle. But, injuries do happen, knock on wood. There may be a time where he has to suit up, maybe game 15, 16, 17 or something like that. We may see him in some action just to see him out there. A big fella like that, might as well try to give him some reps towards the end. If we're in contention, he may not be out there, but, the way they played yesterday or the other day or on Sunday, it may look like they may not be in playoff. If they lose on Sunday, that's it. They're not making playoffs. It is what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. If you lose to Daniel Jones on Sunday, you don't deserve to make the playoffs. Weaknesses for Amin is lack of lower body bend, turns, base blocks into wrestling matches. That's expected for a tall guy like him. Predictable change of direction, issues in space as a big man. Effectiveness diminishes greatly when blocking in space. Below average redirect quickness to mirror inside rush moves, and also high center of gravity limits ability to steady his base versus contact. Now there is a write-up when they played against Yale, they're a decent football program. Yale is, and he had a good game against Yale. He was named the Shrine Bowl HBCU Offensive Player of the Week, a second-team All-MEAC honoree last season, and just one of two Howard's players on the Shrine Bowl 1,000 watch list. Dankwah has been dominating the season as he looks to attract NFL attention. In that game, they only gave up 3 sacks to Yale, which is pretty good because Yale, they got a lot of sacks. They lost 34-26, which is a pretty good game. It's a pretty competitive game there. And Howard dominated the clock, but despite Dankwah's efforts, 2 first-half drives that ended in field goals rather than touchdowns. And he was leading the pass protection effort from the left tackle spot. He helped the offensive line hold a normally unstoppable Yale defensive effort to 3 sacks, well below their average per game. So that was good. That was a good outing as well. And then he paved the way for the ground game, allowing freshman running back Eden James, son of Edgerrin James. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Edgerrin James' son went to Howard. That's pretty cool. To average 8.3 yards per carry. Howard total 162 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And with all conference running back Ian Wheeler and quarterback Quentin Williams both finding the end zone. So had a really good showing against Yale and earned the HBCU Player of the Week as well. So he's done some really good things in college. Let's see if that can translate to the NFL as well. So let's see if they can coach him. OG Bobby Johnson. Let's see if he can coach this guy up and help develop him. Maybe he can see some time on the field out there. We'll see. So But yeah, let's transition to some news that was circulating. Shout out to my guy Rio Robinson. Shout out to Ballin' and Burgundy podcast. They did have Lake Lewis on their shows today, and Lake Lewis dropped some information. Man, make sure you guys check both those guys out. Definitely make sure you guys check out Rio. Definitely check out Ballin' and Burgundy podcast. I've been a guest on both of their shows, so just wanted to talk about that just for a couple minutes, not too long. Lake Lewis said that Adam Peters was hot after the game, and then he said that Jonathan Allen was the first guy on the bus after the game. We know how John Allen is at this point. This has been 3, 4, 5 years of John Allen. Like if he didn't go on the bus first, and Lake Lewis said he was very disappointed about John Allen getting on the bus first. Like he didn't talk to the media, he didn't stand up like a man. Lake Lewis is saying that basically you're going to be the rah guy before the games. You need to be able to stand up and face the music as a leader after you lose, because guys, when they win they want to talk to the media, but when they lose they don't want to talk. So I understand where Lake is coming from for sure as a leader, that John Allen should have spoke to the media and stepped up as a leader. But we know how John Allen was. If he would have came up there, he would probably went on his usual rant. I know he's going to be on the Junkies radio show once a week. I really have grown tired of that guest appearance by John Allen. Last year he was saying that he thought about being traded, and I think if we don't win a lot of games this year by the trade deadline, I think it may be time to move on from Jonathan Allen. Then Deron Payne on Twitter had a tweet, kind of going to some fans, blocked a couple fans on Twitter and whatnot. So try not to get caught up in that stuff, but, we've seen these guys for years now, and it may just be time to go in a different direction with the recalibration. I like John Allen a lot, I like Deron Payne a lot, but, maybe things have ran its course. And like I said, maybe it's too early to talk about trading stuff right now, but we'll see in October when the trade deadline comes up and just see where we're at. And, and it may just be that time to move on. So, but like I said, I'm a big Jonathan Allen fan for sure. He's got to finish on those sacks, man. Baker Mayfield, he did miss that one sack. He's just got to finish, man. We've seen this time and time again. He's a great player, but there's a lot of times where he does let the quarterback slip away. And then Adam Peters being hot after the game, he was like, you did not want to look at him because he was so hot after the game. And, I'm happy that he's very passionate. He's pissed off, but it is a rebuild. It's a recalibration. But he was not happy with the performance. At the same time, though, it's like you knew Emmanuel Forbes was not good coming in. Like he knew that. And I thought they should have brought in another corner, a veteran cornerback. I thought they should have signed one in the offseason. There were some names out there that I thought they could have signed or bring some more guys to help the secondary, and they decided not to do that and just trusting Emmanuel Forbes and Ben St. Juice and not even play Michael Davis and Noah Igbenogbe. So some of it is on Adam Peters, but it is a rebuild. It's a start. And, next year Adam Peters has to be way more aggressive with bringing in secondary help, whether it's through the draft or signing somebody, paying money, like instead of just doing 1 year deal here, 1 year deal with this guy. Like they got to be more aggressive in the offseason next year. So I get they were kind of doing a research and development year, just doing 1 year deals with guys. But next year, you got to bring in some more talent through free agency and the draft. Not just the draft, but through free agency as well. You got to spend some money. So, and then just them coming out so flat, I know he's probably pissed off about that as well. So, but all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow live at 8 o'clock. Just recapping last week, putting a bow on the terrible performance, and then moving on to next week. Hopefully Jaden Daniels is voted the Offensive Rookie of the Week. We'll see about that. And otherwise, Helton Commanders as always. Peace.